Yeah, hi. Yes, madam. Please tell yes, madam. Yes, I'm okay. So, tomorrow, ICSE students, your language paper, the first paper, how to write different essays. My God, this is hardly the time for discussing it, but anyway, I will always advise you that go for those essay topics which you find you can handle. Okay, in the sense, narrative essays, descriptive essays, these are comparatively much better. If you are good in your imaginations, if you all can imagine, and in that case, go for the story writing. Unless you are imaginative, don't attempt it. Some people are very creative, very imaginative, so I think for them this is the best. And always I suggest, unless you are good in debates, unless you are good in arguments, unless you can present your views convincingly, though the whole world might be against it, don't go for argumentative ones, right? So if you are very good debater, then go for argumentative essays. Yes, something else. See, important essay topics, ICSC, we cannot predict, but maybe something of the current events might come, but it is not really very probable. In ICSC topics, they are not repeated. You don't get common ones. Search the essay books, you won't find common. So regarding that, it is very difficult to say. Okay, yes, Daksh. So that is why I said, acha, regarding, ma'am, can we write just the correct option? Yes, of course, you can go for narrative, gaming pop. Phrasal verbs. Okay, you are in 12. Phrasal verbs. So, phrasal verbs you need to, in order to make your preposition strong, go for your phrasal verbs. Phrasal verbs are very helpful in handling your prepositions. Creative heading C, it depends on the topic of the notice. Like if it is something regarding painting competition, then splash with colors. Or if it is a debate one, so you can write something related to arguments. If it is an quiz one, so how witty are you? You can frame it accordingly. So depends. Yeah. And regarding the notice, play, time, venue, and yes, date, time, venue. So DTV. Remember this one. You said guide us in the 12th, but I'm actually giving up CBSE, and most of you will shift to CBSE. So that is why I think we might not meet. At this moment, I have no idea of taking CBSE classes, but maybe I will upload videos. Okay, thanks. So, welcome, Koki, Ayushman. Your paper went very good. That means you are ISC. Anticipated, you can't anticipate in West Bengal board or in the regional boards you can, but not in these boards. Regarding phrasal verbs, I have several ones. I have several uh, I have uploaded several videos. You can go through them as a hurricane revision, because I have churned out the important phrasal verbs there. Okay, literature marathon tomorrow. Once you come very happily after your language paper, I will go for it. Don't worry. No, no, nothing like that. If you want, you can go for your essays, then letter, then notice. I always suggest that go in the proper sequence. Why? I'll tell you an example. One of my student in 11, yeah, in ISC, He had left report writing for the last one, that I will write report last. And then what happened? He went on doing essay, grammar, comprehension, and then this thing slipped from his mind that he had not written question number 2, which is report writing. So I would suggest that go for it one by one. And another thing I suggest is you get 15 minutes, right? 15 minutes to go through the paper. At that time, instead of going through the whole paper, I would advise you to go through your comprehension. Why? Because when you start solving your comprehension also, it takes time, and especially for y'all. Why for y'all? Because y'all need it. You all need more time in comprehension. Your word limit is very restricted. You all have only 50 words. So for the pressy part also, you need to do it very carefully. So those 15 minutes don't waste. Read your comprehension then, and after that you can go for your essay writing, letter, notice, and all that. But in those 15 minutes, read, so that when you start solving your comprehension later also, you will be one step ahead, right? Where? Leave a line where? Yeah, after pin. In this one scene, it is not mandatory that you leave, you give a full stop or you don't. So go for these grammar books. In some grammar ones, you will find there is a full stop, in some no. So when to use had in the tense part is that had means something of the more past, a remote past, and simple past, something which has happened recently, like yesterday. And not only that, you can identify a simple past by the adverbials given, like yesterday, last month, something like this. And had is used when it is a remote past, or in a sentence if there are two past tenses, the one which happens earlier, that will be more past, that will be had. I keep giving examples. The train had already left when I reached the station, or the doctor or the patient had died when the doctor arrived. So in this case, the death of the patient and the arrival of the doctor both are in past tense. So which is which is more past? The one where the patient dies, that part is more past. So in that case, you will use had, right? Yeah, change every time you change the paragraph, change the line. And in essays also, at least 3 paragraphs, so you all have learned from your childhood, that introduction, body, and conclusion. So in the body part, at least 2 to 3 paragraphs, and then introduction 1 paragraph and conclusion 1. So write at least 5 paragraphs. Yeah, Agnivesh, yes, you can. Bhalo achi. So yes, Agnivesh, you got it. Okay, no sooner and hardly rule. This is Pratyush. Who wrote it? No sooner? Yeah, Pratyush. So, yeah, I was going to do it only. So, suppose you get a sentence as soon as. As soon as the teacher entered. This is my favorite one. So, as soon as the teacher entered, comma, the boy stopped shouting. Entered, it is in the past tense. So, you have two correct answers. No sooner entered. So no sooner did the teacher enter, enter, than the boy stopped shouting. This is one answer. And another is no sooner had the teacher entered. If you are using had, the verb will be in the past participle form. So no sooner had the teacher entered when the boy stopped, then the boy stopped shouting. Sorry. And for hardly, we take when. No sooner than, without than, no sooner is incomplete, it is not correct. And for hardly, without when, it is incorrect. So no sooner had the teacher entered the class than the boy stopped shouting. Hardly had the teacher entered the class when the boy stopped shouting. Okay? Actually, I was trying to go live in my laptop, but it is not functioning properly. So I have to take help of the mobile only. Ashmita, class 12 pass out. Lost and found notice, creative title of notice, exclamation mark. Can we use subject in formal letter? No, no, no. Nowadays, those formal letters also the subject is ruled out. Earlier, we had to write, it was mandatory to write subject in formal letters, but nowadays, no. Acha, as soon as once more. As soon as is very easy. Whatever you get as soon as, you will either get no sooner or hardly. So, no sooner, one more thing, if as soon as is in the present tense, then what will you do? If as soon as the bell rings, alarm bell rings, mother gets up, present tense. So no sooner does 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 the alarm bell ring. Don't use that S. That S has come in the front as does. No sooner does the alarm bell ring than mother gets up. This is in the case of present tense. And in the past tense, I said there will be two answers. One is if you write did, then the verb will be in the present tense form. No sooner did the alarm bell ring than mother got up. Suppose the sentence is as soon as the alarm bell rang, mother got up, past tense. So no sooner did the alarm bell ring than mother got up. So did and ring, if you are using did, then it will be ring. If you are using had, then the past participle of the verb. So no sooner had the alarm bell rung than mother got up. मैंने मैकबेथ वाली वीडियो में क्या बोला था? School teachers, sometimes they don't give you right advice. With all respect to your teachers, you can check in the ICSE board format published by CISCE and you will get to know. So don't get confused. Abhay, don't get confused. You go and check the CISCE format because sometimes they are too backdated. Subject was there. Subject was there, but in recent times it is not there. No, no, no. No capitals in the notice. No need also. You can just write time, then date, and then venue. So don't need to write also time. You can just write them at 10:15 a.m. and then sorry, the time, date, and date 22nd February, and place school sports ground or whatever. If it is for the principal, then you have to write two addresses. Why? Can you clarify? Then I'll say whether it's correct or not. Tanu. Hello? Suddenly the comments have stopped. I don't know why. You don't want to ask anything else? Okay, regarding transformation, forget the comments. I'm just going through the entire syllabus once again regarding language, regarding grammar, because that is where you all can score. So suppose it is the first one of transformation, remove to or use so. So he is too weak to walk. You will remove so. He is so weak that he cannot walk. He is so weak that he cannot walk. Right? So this is the first of your transformation. And then not only that, you will also get change from one part of speech to the other. change into different sentences. It will not be mentioned, change from this to this. They won't say change to exclamatory sentence. So they might give an exclamation mark at the end. And for y'all to y'all have your options. It is good for y'all. For ISC it's difficult, but for ICSE they have made it easy. So it is like you get the options, but if you know the answers, you solve the answers first and then check if your answer is there and which one. So for that you need to know the rules. Like voice change, you get voice change. So in voice change, the teacher, the teacher gave Ravi punishment. Teacher gave Ravi punishment, or teacher punished Ravi. This is the sentence, and you are told begin Ravi. So when the object is brought in the place of the subject and you are told to begin, in that case Ravi was punished by the teacher. So begin Ravi, and then they will give you 4 options. If you know the answer, you will be happy. Yes, this is the answer. So 1 minute, I think something has gone wrong. Just wait.